Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe. I am a singer-songwriter, writer and a guitarist, and as you can tell by today's title, I'm going to be doing something just a little bit different for this video, because I'm going to be telling you kind of the ways that I have been coping during this crisis and the chaos in the world right now, coronavirus. So let's call it COVID-19 chaos, because that's exactly what it is at the moment. You know, we're all kind of, I would say, locked up in our houses and kind of hiding from the rest of the world so we don't get it, but I'm not doing that, or I haven't been anyway. And it's not, you know, like in a way that you think, oh, is she going to parties? Or, you know, meeting up with people that I shouldn't be meeting up with. No, it's not that. I'm not one of those COVID idiots or COVIDiots, because I am classed as a key worker. So I still go to work. Where I work, we sell a lot of essentials, so I have to go to work. Oh, also, before I get into the video, don't forget I also have a music channel now, so if you haven't checked it out yet, then I will leave a link to it down in the description for you to check out, if you so wish to, that is. I have 10 ways that I've kind of been coping. I mean, I've had my up and my down days, but thankfully the majority of them have been like good days. I've had my good and bad days, and the majority of them have been good. So the ways that I have been coping, the things that I've been using, I have 10 of them, so let's get straight into them. You can use these ideas if you so wish to. This is just how I'm doing it, and you know, the way I'm experiencing it. Okay, so number one is schedule or structure or planning. So basically having an idea of what your day is going to look like and having structure to your day. Maybe this isn't possible for some of you. Maybe you've lost your job or something because of this, you know, terrible thing in the world. You know, if that is the case, then, you know, I'm so sorry that's happened to you, and maybe during this time it could be worth picking up a side project. I mean, I haven't really done that because I've always had my side projects, but just having some sort of structure to your day is really important. So waking up at the same time of day as you would have done before, or I mean, you might actually get the chance to sleep in a bit, because, you know, if you're still working, then you don't have that commuting time. Like if you're working from home, you don't have that commute time, so you have probably like an extra half an hour or hour in bed, and I would highly recommend to use that, because I do that now as well, because obviously I'm a college student, and so when term time kicks back up again on the 20th of April, I will be waking up at 7 as opposed to 6, because that's when I was waking up when I was going to college. Actually going to college. But just, you know, having some sort of structure to your day, like I said, is important. And keeping a schedule, planning out your days, that is, it's important, and I do it all the time, and I have my different methods as well. So the second way, or like the second thing I have been doing, probably a lot more now, is self-care. And when I say this, I mean like taking a shower, just trying to get all of that grime off, you know, things like that, and doing a face mask. Or another idea of self-care is taking a day off. Maybe you take a day off in the weekend just to relax and watch movies and do nothing, because during this time it is important to just take a step back and relax. I feel like everyone just needs a little bit more self-care in their lives because of this incident. It's not even an incident, because of, you know, what's happened in the world at the moment. Be conscious of yourself, and I think that's what self-care really means, just being conscious of yourself and what you're doing, staying conscious and aware of yourself and your well-being. Number 3 kind of ties in with self-care because it is journaling. I swear by journaling because it helps me to get all of my thoughts and feelings out onto the page, and it helps get the weight off my chest, and so I really like doing it because of that. Sometimes I don't like have any thoughts or feelings that I particularly want to get out of my head onto the page. Sometimes I just like to, you know, just sit and think things over, which is probably not the best thing, but like if it's like a positive thing then I guess it's okay, but if it's like negative, just get it out onto the page and just, you know, if you want to rip it out and burn it, then go ahead, just get it out of your system. I think that's the best thing you can do, to be honest. And journaling can just make you feel so much better if you're having a down day, or even if you are having like positive thoughts. It is, you know, just as important to remember your good days as well. So just keep that in mind. And then number 4 is probably my absolute favourite because it is decluttering and tidying, or organising, or cleaning, whatever you want to call it, but just, you know, well, I feel like people are cleaning a lot more now that, you know, with the whole situation going on. I feel like a lot more people are cleaning a lot more now, but it is just as important if you have a very cluttered space around you, like myself, then it is important to just go through your stuff and get rid of stuff that you don't need or want anymore. Get rid of some of that clutter, and kind of it's helpful because it helps to declutter your mind as well, and I feel like that's why a lot of people do it. And then tidying, I mean, it's pretty obvious because I don't have that much space in my room. I am always tidy because if I made a mess I would not be able to move. So that's my excuse for tidying and decluttering and organising. And just organising is just, it's in my blood, so I just love doing that kind of thing anyway. I think I get it from my dad because recently we had a 4-day weekend and all he really did was clean and tidy for the majority of it. So I think that's where we get it from. Number 5, which I feel like I should be taking a lot more from, because number 5 is to exercise or get some fresh air. So this could just be as simple as opening up a window and letting the fresh air in, or you know, you could be going out into your garden to get the fresh air and a bit of vitamin D as well, because it's a beautiful day today and sometimes you just have to make the most of it. It is cold outside though, so I'm not going to do that today. And then with exercise, it could just be, you know, if you have some gym equipment in your own house, then you can do that, or you can get out for a walk because you are allowed an hour a day. I mean, if I was like an outside person, a bit more of an outside person anyway, I would definitely be going for a walk an hour every day just to make the most of it. But, you know, I have a lot to do inside and I'm much more of a homebody, so that's why I'm always at home. Well, I'm not always at home, I do go to work too. And, you know, just get some exercise and some fresh air, because I just feel like that could really help, because it definitely helps me. And number 6 is also another favourite of mine because it is to play games. This could be, you know, board games with your family. It could be like, I don't know, an example, playing on the Wii with your family. Just, you know, games with your family. You could do that. I mean, if you live with your family, that is. Or, you know, you could download some games onto your phone and just play on them. Just playing some sort of game, it keeps the mind distracted and it's fun. So it's a distraction based tip, basically. Just keeps your mind off of what's going on at the moment. And then number 7 is limiting screen time, and like mainly limiting news time, because if you're constantly watching the news, I don't know, I just feel like if I was to do that, I'd get myself really worked up and panicked, and it's just not worth it, because, you know, in a few months' time it's all going to be over. Well, that's if the COVIDiots do as they're told, because I know a lot of people at the moment aren't, and still having house parties, which is really annoying because they're just making it worse. And there are naysayers as well that just don't believe in it and are not listening. And I think, just why? Just stop wasting everyone's time. As I was saying, just limiting news time is important because, you know, like I said, you don't want to panic yourself or anything like that. And for a lot of people, I feel like it's anxiety inducing as well. So yeah, if that's the case, then I don't know, limit yourself to like 10 minutes or half an hour a day to the news. I mean, personally, I think I'll probably spend about half an hour a week, to be honest, just because I know things change a lot more frequently than that. But I tend to get my information from other people, so my parents and my boyfriend. I still talk with my boyfriend, obviously. It's just a lot more difficult now because we can't see each other. So that is kind of the one thing that I'm really annoyed about. As I was saying, limit your screen and news time because it will largely benefit you. Because I know this from personal experience. This is kind of like turned into a more tips video, which I didn't really want. But we are going to move on to number 8, which is to talk with a friend on call. It could be like FaceTime, it could be a video call, it could just be a normal phone call, or you could use things like Zoom. I've heard of that before, Zoom. There's an app called House Party, I believe. There's StreamYard. There's anything you can think of that you could talk with your friends with. Or if you don't live with your family, if you live on your own, then talking to your family that way as well. It stops you from feeling so isolated from the rest of the world, because I'm going to be really cringe and I'm going to say this. We're all in this together. Cue High School Musical. Because why not? I mean, if you have Disney Plus now, you could watch High School Musical. We're all in this together. Number 9 is to watch movies or YouTube. You know, this could be on your day off in relation to self-care, or it could just be like in the evening when you're trying to relax. Just watching a movie and relaxing is kind of one of the best feelings that I get, because, for example, when I'm watching a movie, I am sat down and focused on that for about an hour and a half. So I guess in another way it's another distraction based tip, but I do find that, you know, I do get really invested in good movies, and so I would do this a lot more often. But I just, because of the amount of videos that I'm putting out at the moment and the amount of writing that I've got to do, it's really difficult to find the time to just sit down and watch movies, and I very rarely take the time off to watch a movie or just watch videos on YouTube, because I generally tend to like watch videos and stuff like that while I'm doing something else. And then my last tip, which is number 10, is basically, I guess, in a way, meditation, even though I don't really do it, but sometimes I just take a moment and I stop to just breathe and focus on my body. And I generally tend to do this anyway because I'm a singer, so I do it before warming up my voice. But just taking a moment to stop, breathe and focus on your body, yes, it is technically a form of meditation, but it's just, I just think it's really important, because with everything going on right now, it's like everyone is focused on the outside world and focused on staying healthy. But to stay healthy completely, you kind of have to remember to breathe and focus on your body, because it does your body a whole load of good. And I hope that you got something out of this video. Please let me know if you did. And that is going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified every single time I upload. I'm uploading very sporadically at the moment, I'm really sorry. That's just the way things are. Social media links will be down in the description as well. My Instagram will be down there, Twitter, everything, and my music channel as well. Check it if you haven't already. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.